Hi guys, welcome back to Life with Liz. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on your post notifications, that way you'll be notified every time your girl posts a new video. Today we're going to be doing a little barbecue, so I am making some sides. I'm going to be making some potato salad, chili beans, and some macaroni and cheese. Art's going to be barbecuing some ribs and chicken, and yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so I already went ahead and peeled and washed my potatoes. I'm going to cut them up and get them ready for the pot so I can boil them up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them into pieces that are about the same size. Alright, so I've got my potatoes cut up, so I'm going to go ahead and put water in here just to cover, and I'm going to go ahead and put them to start cooking. Alright, so I've got my potatoes, I covered them with water, got those going, and I have water in this pot. It's already starting to boil, so I'm going to go ahead and salt that and go ahead and put my noodles in for my mac and cheese. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and salt my pasta water. And I'm going to go ahead and add my pasta. I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. Alright, so then I'm going to go ahead and get started on the sauce. I'm going to go ahead and get started on the sauce for the mac and cheese. Alright guys, I'm getting my ingredients for the mac and cheese, and I have my pan going here, but my noodles I think are done, so I'm going to go ahead and take these off and strain them, and that way those will be ready. Alright, so I went ahead and took off my noodles. They're strained and cooling down. I'm going to go ahead and make the cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. So I have my pan already warming up. And I'm going to add about a quarter cup of butter to that. And we'll go ahead and let that melt down a little bit. Alright, so now that our butter is melted down, I'm going to add about a quarter cup of flour. And we're going to cook that down to make a roux. And you'll cook this down about 2 minutes. You don't want to cook it too much. You just want to cook the flour taste out of it, because if you cook it too long, it will get bitter. It will burn and get bitter. We don't want bitter. All right, now that the flour has cooked down a little bit, it's been about 2 minutes. I'm going to start adding some milk and heavy cream. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those. So this is the milk, and it's about 1.5 cups of milk. And then we're going to add about 1 cup of heavy cream. Alright, I'm just going to mix those and we'll be back. Alright, now that I've got that nice and mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and start adding my ingredients in. So I'm going to add about a 1/2 teaspoon of mustard. Right in a teaspoon of onion powder. We're adding a little bit of salt, not too much, and pepper. And then we're going to go ahead and give it a mix. And let that thicken up a little bit. All right, and we're gonna let that thicken up and we'll be back. All right, so as you can tell, this has thickened up. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from the stove and let you know what goes in it. All right, as you can see, I took it off the stove and it's nice and thick. Gonna go ahead and add about 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, 3 cups of sharp cheddar, and 1 can of cheddar cheese. And now we're just gonna mix all that together. All right, so that's what it's looking like after we mix it all up. And so from here, if you want it thinner, you can add a little more milk. If you want it thicker than this, you can add more cheese. But that's what it looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and add the macaroni in here, and then we're going to butter our tray and then go ahead and throw the macaroni in there so we can throw it in the oven. Alright guys, I almost forgot one important ingredient, and that is nutmeg. I barely put a little tiny pinch because that is like super strong. So just a little bit, and then go ahead and mix it up. Alright, and then let me go ahead and get the macaroni. So I'm going to go ahead and add my macaroni into the cheese. And I'm going to go ahead and mix that up and get that all mixed together. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I turned my oven on to 425 degrees. I buttered up my container that I'm going to put my mac and cheese in. And just going to go ahead and pour the mac and cheese in there. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of even it out here. And sometimes I'll put breadcrumbs on top, but I'm not doing that today. One, because I'm out of breadcrumbs, and two, Gabby said she didn't want it today, so I'm not going to put it on there today. So that looks good, and I'm going to Alright, so now that it is evenly spread out, I'm going to go ahead and top it with some cheese. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, like I said, at 425 for about 20 minutes. Just to get all the cheese nice and melted in there. So I will put it in for about 20 minutes and then we'll come back and I'll show you the results. Alright guys, so the mac and cheese is in the oven, so I'm going to go ahead and do my potato salad now. My potatoes are cooked and drained, so I'm going to go ahead and chop up some celery, some purple onion, pickles, and then going to add mayonnaise, mustard, and sliced olives. So let's get to that. So I'm going to start off with my celery. Just going to chop that into small pieces. Alright, so I do finely chop the celery. I'm not a big celery fan, but I do love the flavor that it gives the potato salad. So I finely chopped that. I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the pickle. I'm going to do the same thing, just cut it up into little pieces. Alright, so finished up with the pickle, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut up my purple onion. Alright, so just finished chopping up the onion, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and add mayo. And a little bit of mustard. add salt and pepper. And then go ahead and mix that up. Oh, let me go ahead and get my eggs and olives. I'll be back. Alright, so I went ahead and got my olives. So I went ahead and opened them up and drained them. So I'm going to go ahead and add that into the potato salad. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the eggs. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and mix that up and we'll be back. Alright guys, so this is what it's looking like. Art wants to go ahead and try that mac and cheese.
Oh, that's delicious. I want to dig it in again.
And that's the potato salad already done. We got the potato salad, the mac and cheese. Art already brought in some chicken. We got the chili beans going, and I have this ready because I'm gonna make some bread in the oven, and I'm gonna show you guys how I make that. All right, guys. So I went ahead and got a loaf of French bread, and I went ahead and cut it in half. So now I'm going to take a stick of butter, and then I'm going to take some garlic powder, about half a teaspoon, and then some garlic, some minced garlic, if I can open it. About like that. All right, we're gonna also do about 1/8 of a cup of Italian dressing. And we're gonna go ahead and get that mixed up. So let me mix that up and we'll be back. All right, now that we got that mixed up together, I'm gonna go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese and a little bit of parsley. And mix that up. All right, now that we've got that mixed up, we're gonna go ahead and spread it on our bread. Okay, so we went ahead and got that all covered. I have my oven set to 350, and I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top. Alright, so I got the cheese on there. I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the oven for about 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and turn it up to 450. Leave it on for about another 8 minutes just until it browns a little more. And then it'll be done. Alright, we got Miss Gabby here. She's got her plate going. She's got ribs, mac and cheese, and chili beans. You want to try it, Miss Gabby? How is it? Bussin'? Awesome. Alright guys, here we go. Here's Jindy's plate. He's got chicken, mac and cheese, potato salad, and some of that bread I made. Here's my plate. Got some chili beans, chicken and ribs. And then we got this guy's plate over here. Chicken, ribs, mac and cheese, bread, and potato salad. You didn't get any chili beans?
Can't forget about Freddy's.
Oh,
Straight
yes.
from Moscow.
Big shout out to Freddy's barbecue sauce. They are amazing. Best barbecue sauce ever. All right, guys, dig in.
Let's get it done.
How is it?
I'm busy right now.
Awesome. Thank you, baby. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and give some of this food a little taste test.
We got chicken, we got mac and cheese, and mac and cheese and bread.
Everything's really good. I haven't tried the chicken or the ribs yet, but the sides are really good. The chicken's really good, babe. Thank you. Alright, guys. That concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed being in the kitchen with me today. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you liked what we shared with you today. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to turn on your post notifications. That way you'll be notified every time your girl posts a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.